Evaluate functions from expressions. Okay, so we have two functions here, so that's what you got to be careful of. The blue function is f of x, so the blue one is f of x, and the red one is g of x. So what we're going to do this in parts. We're going to take 5 times, let me get rid of that extra slash there. So we're going to take 5 times f of 1, and then we're going to take 5 times g of 9. So we're going to have letter g of 9. So what we have to do is we actually have to find the value of f of 1. Remember, f of 1 is the x. So we find 1. Now notice they're counting by 2's. So here's where 1 would be. So I want to go f of 1. F of 1 is blue. So I go down here and I stop right there. And that would be a negative 5. So f of 1 would match up with negative 5 because that's where it touches the blue line. So you're going to go 5 times, this is going to become a negative 5 plus 5 times. Now you have g of 9. So 9 is right here. So there's my 9. Now the g is the red. So I have to drop way down there, and that matches up with negative 6. So if I look to the left, it matches at negative 6. So I want to come over here and times this by negative 6. So multiply these two numbers. So I'm going to get a negative 25. I'm going to multiply these two numbers here. So I'm going to get a negative 30. Now what I'm going to do is add these together. So that's going to give me a negative 55. So negative 55 should be my overall answer. Okay, next question. Again, you want to look at your graphs. You have to realize that the f of x is the blue, the g of x is the red. So you're going to take a negative 2 times f of a negative 6. This time we're subtracting, so it's a minus. Then we have 7 times g of a negative 7. So remember, this is the x. So negative 6 on the x is right there. So now we want to go to the blue, so we want to go up here. And if you go across, this ends up at 5. So if we move this across, that ends up at 5 there. So this is going to be a negative 2 times 5. Now the next one, we could treat this as a negative 7 times. Now this is going to be x. So we want x of a negative 7. So this point right here would be your negative 7. Now we want to go to g of x, and g of x is the red, so it's right there. We want to move this across, and it's right above the negative 4, so that would be a negative 3. So now multiply the two numbers here. Multiply negative 2 times 5, you get negative 10. Multiply negative 7 times negative 3, you get a positive 21. Now, there is no sign here. Make that a plus sign. Go ahead and add these numbers together, and you get a positive 11. Okay, next question. We have negative 8 times f of 0 plus 4 times g of negative 8. So this is my x. And remember, the f is the blue, the g of x is the red. So this is 0, so 0 is right there. So if we want to go to the f is the blue, we're going to go up 1. So that's going to be a 1. So -8 times the 1 plus, we got the 4 times, remember this is the x, so that's your x. -8 is right here. Want to drop down to here, then we want to move across here, and it's at the -6. So we want to multiply these two set of numbers and then combine. So -8 times 1 is a -8. 4 times a -6 is a -24. Go ahead and combine those together, and you get a -32. Okay, now we have -3 times f of a -8 plus 7 times g of 2. So remember, this is your x. So we're going to go -3 times, my -8 is right here. So this is my -8 right there. Remember, the f of x is my blue, the g of x is my red. So I actually want to go down here. I want to move across. So right above -4 would be -2. Now the other side, we have a +7 times. This is your x, so your x is 2. So here's 2 on the x. We want to go down to the red. So here's the red. I want to go across, and it stops at a -4. Okay, go ahead and multiply each set. So multiply these two numbers, multiply these two numbers. -3 times a -2 is a +6. 7 times a -4 is a -28. Bring these together and you get a -22.